my baby since the night before last. Gotta get a drink, man, I'm gonna get gas.
Oh, good one.
Gotta get high, man, I ain't had enough. Leave me a triple shot of that
This is for you, Jim.
Gotta get drunk, won't you listen right here. I want one bourbon, one shot, one beer, one bourbon, one scotch.
One beer. We're hanging with Jim Jeffries today. Opie and Anthony. We got Jason Ellis. He's going to be in studio in just a minute or two here. I don't know. Jason Ellis and Jim Jeffries went at it on the phone or something, right?
Oh,
First time you're going to meet them live.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're both from the same place originally, right?
Probably, yes.
So yeah,
I'm sure
I think in the end you guys will be just fine.
Well, see, because he's a funny guy. I'm an excellent skateboarder. Not many people know that about me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either, but I just think that I could do it.
Yeah,
I don't come off as the type.
Yeah.
If I said I was good at any sport, would you go, really? That seems about, yeah.
No.
Let me think of what sport, maybe. Like bowling.
Yeah, I look like a guy who
You look like a bowler.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you good at bowling?
No, I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I just like
you
it 'cause
think
you can
because
drink a beer.
of the shaky hands, you think a big heavy ball, that would be a go-to sport for me.
Yeah. Yeah, all you got to do is heave it down the fucking lane, drink some beer,
Yeah.
hang out.
10-pin bowling is the weird thing that I think that's the only sport in the world that every single country has gone, nah, we like that. Every other sport, there's like, every other country has its own little separate things, but
Yeah,
everyone universally has gone, and we all like it the same amount. Everyone's like, yeah, we like 10-pin bowling a bit.
Like candlestick bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, it doesn't run away with a country where it's like, oh, wow, that's the national sport of this country or whatever. But everyone likes going. It's fun.
So we should have the World Cup in bowling. Fuck that soccer thing. The whole world could get involved with a bowling tournament.
I took my nephew and my niece bowling the other day, and kids now are shit at it because of the bumper bowling. Putting the bumper bowling. When I was a kid, you just got gutter ball after gutter ball, and you fucking manned up about the whole thing.
You had to figure out how to not fucking get it in the gutter.
And you went back with a score of 27.
Yeah.
And you were like, all right, that was better than last week was 18. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Then you'd fluke one thing. So my nephew now has reached 11, and my niece is 9. And so I said, when I was out in Australia, I said, okay, she can still have the gutters, but you're too fucking old. You can't have them. And then he realised he used to get these top scores, and then he figured out he was shit at it. Right?
Yeah.
And so he starts crying because his sister's beating him in a game. And I go, you're 11, you stop fucking crying. So that was his outing with his uncle. Just learning that he's shit at sport and being told to man up.
They used to drag those literal bumpers. They had like the big fucking
big
mat
tubes.
things, the tubes that they put in the gutter. And now it's just these electronic fucking
that come up to their
things
turn.
come up. And yeah, sometimes they come up for, you could program it in so it comes up for little Jimmy or something like that.
You should only be allowed to have the bumpers if you're under 5 or you're Down syndrome. Or
in a wheelchair, maybe?
A quad. If you're a quad,
a quad, all right.
If you're a quad with a ramp and a pointing hat, like to push the ball off the ramp.
I'm not into that fucking little wheelchair person, little aiming device, and they put the bowling ball on top of it and roll it down.
You're not into that? You're not into that?
It's not bowling.
Yeah, but
like, let me use that fucking thing. I'll be able to put it in one spot, know exactly where it is for a strike every fucking time.
Yeah, but you're not a retard.
Some people would argue that point.
I think Down syndrome people, because they got the superhuman strength. See, I used to. No, they do. They're superhuman. See, this is the whole thing about Down syndrome people, right? Everyone thinks they have a bad life, but in my experience with working with disabled people, Down syndrome people, happiest people on earth.
Yeah.
But always hugging and happy, amazing sexual energy to them as well. But it's because the guys have big cocks and they're really strong, and quintessentially that's all you want in life.
To be strong and have a big cock.
That would make you happy.
Yeah, so that's why they're happy.
Yeah, I got a big cock and I can lift heavy things. So, Opie, why have you gone quiet? Are you?
I know.
You're not going to tell me that your brother's Down syndrome or something like that.
Sam was giving me something I had to check out for a second.
Is impeccable.
Impeccable.
Your logic is impeccable.
This logic has to be in a book.
It's fantastic.
It's very good.
Well, they're measured arguments.
Well, why don't we move on? Because Jason Ellis is hanging outside the
Yes.
studio. Sam has got a little update because there's problems outside the studio already.
Yeah, during the break, I was in the producer studio discussing show strategies with Troy and Travis.
Oh, wow.
Sure you were.
At which point Liam, our talent booker, who was with our guest, who you would think would be treated respectfully before he came on the show, let me know that blind intern Stevie had somehow...
Speaking of Down syndrome.
Yes.
People are confused. They're seeing the latest video. He does not have Down syndrome.
No, I thought he might have when...
You think he might have a little of the
but
Downs,
see, this
right?
is the whole thing. He's got the look, he's got the physique, but he doesn't have the charm or happiness.
Probably the big cock of the super.
And you nailed what he looks like, by the way, Jim Jeffries.
He looks like the little boy out of the Far Side calendar.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
So what is Stevie doing?
Well,
to
I
our
left
guest?
him in the office, and he, for some reason, on his own accord, for once, I didn't even instigate this. On his
Wow.
own accord, he waddled up the hallway and started fighting with Jason Ellis.
About what? Like, what's his beef?
Bring him
he,
in.
He fought with him yesterday. He's making fun of his accent. He called him a princess. He
Why didn't he make fun of my accent? Why?
he said after you left the room, you said you were a self-hating Australian earlier.
Yeah.
After you left the room, Stevie goes, "Now that's a good Australian."
Fuck this
Now,
little Down syndrome.
now you're mad
cunt.
at him, too. Get him in here.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You want to bring Jason in, too, or you want to talk to Stevie first?
Bring in the Far Side.
Bring in Stevie for a sec. He has the worst eyes without not being blind.
Yeah.
This is it.
So, okay.
Stevie, what's going on with you?
I don't know what's going on with you guys.
Oh, stop it.
You know what you just did there? Friends go, where have you been all night? I don't know. Where have you been all night? Like you're in trouble.
What's your problem with
Jason Ellis?
Jason Ellis and Australians.
Why don't you like
the
him?
guy outside. Okay, here's what happened.
The guy outside.
Okay.
He's
The trained
yes.
killer, yes.
I was introduced to him yesterday, and I was trying to have a casual conversation with him because I don't really know the guy at all. So I figured,
Mistake number one, by the way, you're a fucking intern. You're not supposed to be having casual conversations with the
Sam
guests.
introduced me. Sam kind of forced my hand a little bit. He's like, "Here, why don't you, meet
All right,
Jason?"
just blame Sam. By the way, passing the buck, good strategy.
This is the same thing that happened with the morning mashup. For some reason, he's
Right.
the one intern. When I introduce him to people that might help him somehow, like other interns would be like, "Oh, cool, you introduced me."
Yeah.
He's saying, "Yes, Sam forced me to meet this guy."
No, I didn't say.
You never know if he's looking for like a half a retard or something. You're perfect for the job.
Look at your fucking. Oh, look at your Larry Sanders lips. You are fucking.
He's Larry Sanders.
Doesn't he have Larry Sanders lips?
You do have Larry Sanders' lips. Yeah.
I can't help how.
And Ricky Lake's body.
He looks like Bobby too from
Yeah, Bobby from fucking
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
You got a little Bobby.
Now, hey there, Bobby.
Bobby?
Okay.
So what's wrong with Jason Ellis?
So I started having a conversation with him. I'm not blaming Sam at all, by the way. I mean, I'm just saying I had a conversation with this guy,
Right.
and somehow it ended up him hating me, and we ended up having this back and forth where.
This must have been like when you met your dad.
Oh, don't bring up his dad. Stevie, he didn't even know, Stevie.
I'm
I
sorry.
know, it's all right. It's all
Dad
right.
hates him.
He scares very easily, and we finally learned why, because he got beat up a lot as a kid.
Oh, you're
by
like
his own father.
You're
might
like
have
you're like
belted
when
him.
you get a rescue pet and you can't pat it.
yeah, he's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
hasn't been smacked by their father? Man up, you
I'll
pussy.
tell you
No,
what.
I'm not.
I tell you what, my mother, this is how sadistic this bitch was,
Gunta.
right? Yeah, she used to make me think when I did something wrong that I'd gotten away with it, right? And then would be punching you at 3 a.m, would wake you up to hits. 5 or 6 hours later, she'd put an ass kicking in her diary. So yeah, you didn't have it so bad.
That
Come on.
Gary Shamling shit is annoying.
No,
me
I don't
now.
want sympathy for it. I just,
Now you fucking completely brushed over the whole thing. So we were talking, and then he hates me. What happened during the conversation? Something you had to have done something that pissed him off. And if he comes in here
Tony
and tells
Curtis
us,
is dead.
Yeah, we know about that one.
we were talking. I noticed he had an Australian accent. I asked him, you're all from Australia, and he's like has this attitude towards me. I don't even.
Well, then Stevie started making boomerang jokes.
Oh, okay. See, now why do you leave that shit out?
Why would
What
you
a
do
hack.
that?
What a
I'm not-
hack.
Okay, go
You're
on.
a hack.
It was
Tell,
a
tell me the
friendly
boomerang.
joke.
Tell
It
me the
was-
boomerang joke.
I don't even remember. It was like, oh, he's gonna throw a boomerang at me or something. I was like,
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good one.
I know,
No.
it was a joke.
What
No,
you should
it
have done
wasn't.
is he should have said a boomerang joke, then you should have said good comeback because it's a boomerang.
See, that's a
That's a
professional.
boomerang joke.
Now you see a professional as opposed to you.
And you
That's
do
why
have Gary Shandling's lips.
Yeah, they are. Gary
now that I'm
Shandling's
seeing the
lips
pictures
are
online.
Oh, those Gary Shandling
Why
mouth.
don't we get Jason in here? Because we're not getting
Yeah,
the
we can never
proper
get to the
story.
point. You know why?
No, keep
Scotty's
him
live.
in. Oh, yeah.
Scotty's a
Stop
little
pushing him
liar.
around. Stop pushing him around.
Jason Ellis, everyone.
Look at this animal. My
Bloody
God.
hell. I
you
didn't
doing,
know
man?
when we didn't go on the radio.
Jason's on Faction, Series 28, XM52,
Yes.
Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. And then, of course, we do the best of Jason Ellis here on our fine channel. So what happened with you and Stevie to start
Look
off?
at little fucking Stevie over
Stevie. Oh, this motherfucker over here?
Yeah.
I saw him yesterday, and somebody said that he was kind of like my guy, that they're a little bit fucked in the head or whatever, a little bit useless and shit.
Yeah.
And
Little.
so I said something to him about his shoes or something, but he spracked off back to me. And then this morning he talked about, he called me a princess when I wasn't in the corridor, so he wasn't even fucking with anymore. It was like sort of a back stab thing in
Yeah.
another corridor. So I was like, well, if you want to play a game, because he said we're all working for the same company, he's an intern, and why would I hit him? Because he's smart. He pretends, he uses his stupid face. I've already got him. He's got a stupid face, and he uses it as an excuse. He's actually kind of smart with his fucking dumb-looking head. He's like, duh, I don't know what you mean, motherfucker. Like,
I
he's
didn't say
talking
that.
shit. He knows. So I want him to be in the
This
game
is
that I brought
slander.
today.
I take total offense to
cool.
that.
I don't
never
want
said
sex.
that.
I don't want sex bagel. Who's sex bagel?
Oh, no, that's E-Rock.
Who's sex bagel?
Why did you have to go with the
Stupid
sex
E-Rock.
bagel name?
I don't want to play
Trying
a
to be
game
cool
with
in front of
sex
Jason
bagel.
Ellis. It's E-Rock.
Your
Stevie,
lips
hold on.
look like a horse's asshole right after it takes a shit. Like, that's what you do. It just looks
He
like...
does look like a clenched fucking vagina.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
You know what I
Yes.
like about that is that you've seen enough horses' assholes
Oh,
after
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I grew
Who
up
hasn't, man? What's
I
wrong
grew
with
up
you,
in Southern
Jeffries?
California, very
It looks like,
equestrian.
yeah.
He's got burn victim lips.
You really do.
Stevie, why did you call Jason Ellis
They
a
do
princess?
look like they used to be stuck to something.
Yeah. Why'd you call him a princess?
It was. It was a casual. I was joking with one of the guys out there.
How is it
was a
casual to call someone a
fleeting thing.
princess?
All I said was, well, you know, what's with that? You know, the princess, because he was acting, you know, like a. You know, like, I guess he's supposed to act like because he's a big star or whatever, but I mean, like...
A big star.
what I mean?
Why was he acting like a princess? The last word that comes to my mind when I look at Jason Ellis is princess.
Yeah, no.
Well, because,
Wait,
well,
you don't
Or
even
big
make
star,
sense.
really.
Can you imagine? Can you
I
imagine
came
the ugly
across
bitches
him-
he goes out with?
Oh,
He doesn't go out with
Jason
bitches.
probably is
he's
a
a virgin.
princess.
He's a virgin.
He's another virgin.
Are you a virgin?
And you also...
Yeah.
and
Why do you always intern virgins in this fucking place?
Because
They're
we can
fucking-
get them to
that's
do
why
crazy
they're
things.
into
Oh, yeah,
fucking
that's true.
broadcasting.
They got low self-esteem.
Desperate for
They're
attention.
ge-
More
they're-
followers.
They're all
Pay
geeks.
for it. Just fucking pay for
Yeah,
it.
they're all
He's got no
geeks
money. He's a
in-
fucking intern.
Yeah.
And his father, you know, left him a long time ago.
You get charged extra with that fucking crushed up pussy face too. I'm telling you, hookers aren't going to do a $50 job on you. No
Nope.
way, right?
No.
No,
Jason,
but
watch
I-
out.
if I was
Watch
a-
out, though. Stevie has a tough punch.
If I was a hooker,
We all found out the hard
that
way.
would be my
He punched-
stomping ground.
Yeah.
You're right. These
What's
guys.
that? The hooker place?
Yeah, because he wouldn't know he wouldn't fucking slap you around or anything. He just put it in.
body's
to
so
some-
grateful.
And then
He's
he'd
probably
cry
not
in
that
the
big
corner.
either, so he wouldn't hurt him.
No,
You
you
just
could
cry.
fucking do
You-
10 of
You got
him
a
a
little
night.
dick there, dude?
You probably got a little dick.
How little is your dick, Stevie?
Can we see your dick, Steve?
No.
Hey, man, this makes you feel better. The average penis is 5 1/4. What do you got?
It is not. Is it?
I don't even know. I don't...
You don't know how big
You
your
know
penis
how
is?
big your
Get the
penis
fuck
is.
outta
He knows
here.
how big their dick is.
Everyone's measured their
Come
cock.
on.
It's like, I don't know, it's like 8 or 9, I don't know.
No. When he said like, it looks like he's 8 or 9.
Dude.
He doesn't know if it's 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
I love that. Could be
on.
9, could be 8.
Hold
Depends
on.
on the
a
day.
9-inch cock. You know you
Hold
have
on.
a 9-inch
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got $100. This is our first bit.
Yeah.
An easy 100.
I'll
Now,
match it.
Anthony will match it. If you could fucking prove you got an 8 or 9-inch fucking penis, you
I'll
get, you
even-
get
you get
$200
$200
cash.
I'll even give you a
Right
side
now.
bet that it's under 5.5.
If it's, I'll give you. If it's 8, if it's near 8 inches, you don't have to be in the dog collar fight.
7.
Are we still allowed to measure cock on our show?
Start jacking the
Thumbs
champ.
down to measuring cock on our show?
Intern cock.
What? No,
What's
wait,
wrong
wait a
with
minute.
measuring
Then
intern cock?
fire him.
Can he do it in the bathroom?
Well, come on.
He can do
What's
it
wrong with
himself
this
and then
place?
come
Can you
back.
get
Measure
can you
your
get
own
sex
dick.
bagel in the bathroom with him?
If the guy wants to fucking measure his cock, he should be allowed to measure his cock.
Seriously.
I didn't say I wanted to.
What, do you want money?